Imagine a world where chaos failed, where dragons still herald the morning with their titanic songs and continue their dance upon this stage we call Earth. A world of fire-walking giants, majestic lords of the skies, and oceanic leviathans. A world where death from above never came to be. Join us on the safari of a lifetime as we see animals from a time before man in a world very much like our own. Welcome to the ruling era. Welcome, dear listeners, to the Arcasine. Whether it is sweet like ice cream or savory like burgers on the grill, if you have had to reach into your freezer for it, it likely came from a refrigerated truck. Today we honor one of those truck drivers, a hard worker, a loving husband, a caring father, and a major party animal. A friend of the family, a part of my family. Here's to you, Corey Adams, for today in this episode we present a tyrannosaur in your honor. Hello everyone and welcome to the Arcasine Podcast episode 5 with your host Avis Rex. Apologies for the long periods between episodes as we are hard at work on mammals, dinosaurs, pterosaurs, and more as we are reworking many of these groups at this time. There is much to do and we are doing our best to bring the best to you. There's going to be many images within this episode, and those with a purple dot are considered close to done. Today we are discussing the Tyrannids, a family of Alioramine descended tyrannosaurs known for their ornate crests and feathers, the crowned tyrants of the dinosaur world. Tyrannids descend from a smaller tyrannosaur species like Alioramus. Asian predators who lived alongside their larger relatives like Tyrannosaurus and Tarbosaurus, with this smaller size being due to niche partitioning. The larger brutes going after big game like hadrosaurs and sauropods, while Alioramus chased down smaller prey like protoceratops and oviraptorosaurs. Throughout the Arcasine's timeline, Alioramine tyrannosaurs have gotten very successful, spreading out of Asia into Europe, Africa, North America, and South America, with two branches forming, the Lycanobacillids and today's topic, the Tyrannids. They differ from most of their sister group in being larger and possessing very ornate feathers and crests, and being more social in nature. Though Lycanobacillids are more widespread, it is the Tyrannids that have taken over in many ecosystems as top predators or as the highest vassal predators to larger animals such as the Tyrannosaurine descended Sarcotyrannids. Though the group is still a work in progress, today we present 5 genera within at least 4 having images today in the presentation. Starting with the genus the group is named after, and the only one to get into North America, Tyrannus is the largest of its family and hunts within the open forests of Asia and North America, as mentioned previously. It's a pursuit predator capable of keeping pace with its prey for some time before finally taking it down. Thankfully, like many within its group, it doesn't have to do this alone, as many within take position along the prey's path, acting as living traps to prevent the unfortunate animal's escape. They run it down, and others catch it, if they do not. Allotyrannus is a basal member of the family, living in Asia's Tarchia Desert. an ecoregion very similar to the ancient deserts of the Mesozoic, where many of the era's stock or the old guard reside. These are mainly older families of dinosaurs and mammals whose ancestry can be traced back to animals from the ancient Cretaceous period and are placed within those families rather than newer evolved forms. The living fossils of the Arcocene, and Allocorona hunts them. In the background, that is Ezekiel, my parakeet, wishing to give her own commentary. Keeping in Asia, we go to Adam's Imperator, a hunter of Mongolia and Siberia's scrubland and open forests, where it has come to compete with the larger Sarcotyrannus. They are a very social group, with some packs holding at least 4 generations of animals, all coordinating and using their varying sizes to their advantage. Smaller, faster animals helping chase prey towards the stronger and more powerful adults. The crests of Adam's Imperator are proportionally the largest of the Coronatyranids, and it is likely due to the male's complex display behaviors, moving in ways that emphasize the crest's color and size, to indicate they are healthy candidates for females. They also participate in gift giving to reinforce their bonds with their mates and with pack members. Adam's Imperator is in honor of the gentleman mentioned at the beginning of this episode. What better to honor a great husband and father than to name a dinosaurian king after him? Moving to Europe, we have another tyrannosaur named after a king, Neocharlemagne, a social species that differs from others of its family in having a crest along the ridge of its snout, along with the fan-like brow ridge that gives the family its crowning name. Not as large as the ancient Guanlong, but still a rather prominent feature of the species. Though not yet documented in this species, it is likely the further ornamentation of the face means there is further emphasis of the head during the male's courtship displays, or that this structure may aid in hunting stronger prey, as the crest can aid in reinforcing the upper jaw. Further research and study is required to confirm. Possibly the most comical tyrannosaur alive is the African Pavotyrannus. A flamboyantly feathered animal, it is unknown how this creature can hunt with so many flashing colors on display. A more drab specimen may indicate that this pomp and splendor is only a seasonal change in the species, but capture of such a specimen is needed to confirm. The genus name peacock tyrant is rather fitting for such a creature, with trailing feathers along its tail and a sort of mane all fluffed up along the neck. Another feature that sets these animals apart from their kin are the pair of wattles that form along the corners of the mouth in males, and to a lesser extent in females. So far, only one recording has been made of a Pavotyrannus mating dance, and it was deemed so hilarious that researchers are currently trying to research for another instance of courting tyrants, so as to confirm whether or not the original video was legitimate or an elaborate prank. If accurate, not only would the peacock tyrant be the most flamboyant of the tyrannosaurs, but would also earn the title of clown tyrant. Success of Coronatyranids, despite the presence of their larger Sarcotyrannid relatives, is down to their social structure. To parody a man deemed too fast and too furious, A tyrannosaur is strong, but family is stronger. A flashy crest-headed family-oriented group of tyrannosaurs may not be a blockbuster like a large solitary brute, but it does show that there is more than one way to success, and despite their showy appearance, there is something humbling about them. No one gets where they are without family. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you all are well. Take care.